السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه واتبع هداه، وبعد. اللهم أخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمنا بنور الفهم وافتح علينا بمعرفة العلم وحسن أخلاقنا بالحلم، اللهم آمين. حديثنا موصول حول كيفية التعامل مع الذنوب، واليوم مع توجيه من التوجيهات النبوية في هذا الصدد. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم علمنا ما أسماه العلماء بصلاة التوبة. يعني إيه صلاة التوبة؟ وردت الإشارة إلى هذه الصلاة في حديث صحيح رواه الإمام أبو داود رحمه الله تعالى عن أبي بكر الصديق رضي الله عنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: ما من عبد يذنب ذنبا فيحسن الطهور ثم يقوم فيصلي ركعتين ثم يستغفر الله إلا غفر الله له. هذا فضل إلهي وكرم إلهي. ثم قرأ هذه الآية: والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يصروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون. الخلاصة: إذا أحدثت ذنبا فأحدث توبة. تقوم تتوضأ وتصلي ركعتين بنية أن يغفر الله لك، وترفع إيدك وتسأل الله تعالى أن يغفر لك، وقلبك في ندم. بكده يبقى أنت أبطلت ما أراده الشيطان. الشيطان يريد بهذا الذنب أن تيأس وتقنط، وكما ذكرنا من قبل بقى الذنب نفسه مذكر لك بالرجوع إلى الله. ولذلك إذا اعتدت على هذا الأمر، لأن دي طريقة حسنة جدا في مواجهة وساوس الشيطان، لأن الشيطان إذا رأى إن كل ما يغويك هتقوم تتوضأ وتصلي ركعتين، ده يبقى جاي، ده هو كده بيقربك من الله. فالموضوع ما يبقاش جايب إيه همه. أيوة صحيح كده. ولذلك من القصص اللطيفة هي قصة رمزية. رمزية يعني إيه؟ يعني ليست واقعية، العبرة فيها بالمعنى، معناها صحيح يعني. فبيقول لك كان في واحد نايم بجوار حائط، وكان الحائط ده خلاص هيسقط عليه وممكن يتسبب في موت هذا الرجل. فراح الشيطان صحاه: قوم اصحى اصحى. فصاحبنا قام، فالجدار وقع على الأرض كده. قال له: أنت من أنت الذي نجاني الله بك؟ قال له: أنا الشيطان. قال له: الشيطان؟ أنت هتلخبطنا ليه بس؟ الشيطان إزاي؟ قال له: ما أنا لو سبتك نايم كان هيقع عليك الجدار وهتموت شهيد وتدخل الجنة. فهو الفكرة أن كل أعمال الشيطان شر، حتى وإن ظهر منها شيء خير، كله في النهاية شر. فالإنسان عشان يواجه هذا يعمل إيش؟ يتعلق بالحافظ سبحانه وتعالى. ربنا الحفيظ يتعلق به. ولذلك قالوا: لا تقل إن الشيطان غلب، قل إن الحافظ أعرض. ولذلك لو الشيطان غواك، ارجع للحفيظ سبحانه وتعالى حتى يحفظك من وساوسه، وتكون دي البداية إنه الشيطان يعلم أنه ليس عليك سبيل، لأنك صرت من عباد الله. إحنا أكدنا هذا المعنى مليون مرة. مش معنى من عباد الله إنك لا تذنب. من عباد الله يعني إن أذنبت ذكرت الله ورجعت واستغفرت ولم تصر على هذا. نسأل الله تعالى أن يحفظنا بحفظه الجميل، وجزاكم الله خيرا أجمعين. لو نلتزم الهدوء يا شباب، الله يرضى عنكم جميعا أثناء الخروج حتى تتم الترجمة. So we're still talking about how to manage the problem of falling into a sin. And we said that this is, it's natural. It is natural to fall into a sin. But it is not natural to continue that path of sinning. It is not right to do. So how can we stop that cycle of sinning? We have been offering some insights on how to deal with the problem of sinning. And today we have something called Salat at-Tawbah. Salat at-Tawbah. The prayer of repentance. The prayer of repentance. If someone committed a sin, the Prophet ﷺ directed us to do this kind of salah. And it is referred to in a hadith reported by Imam Abu Dawood, and it is an authentic hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever commits a sin and then makes wudu well, and then offers 2 rak'ahs, and then asks Allah for forgiveness, Allah will surely forgive him or her. So you committed a sin. Okay, that is not the end of the world. Now go and do the wudu, the washing, that physical washing, and then do 2 rak'ah, 2 regular rak'ahs, nothing special, 2 regular rak'ahs. After you say Assalamu alaikum, you ask Allah for forgiveness, earnestly, from your heart. The Prophet ﷺ said, you will be granted a certain forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the Prophet ﷺ recited this ayah from Surah Al Imran, وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا فَعَلُوا فَاحِشَةً أَوْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ. Those, if they committed an act of immorality or wronged themselves, ذَكَرُوا اللَّهِ, they remember Allah. This is actually one of the qualities of the pious people. And they seek Allah's forgiveness. And who's there to forgive sins except Allah? And they do not persist in committing sins knowingly. So they stop that cycle of sinning by making a U-turn right away. And it is interesting that here we have the physical washing, and we have also wudu is like the physical purification. And salah, your 2 rak'ahs, your prayer and seeking for Allah's forgiveness is your spiritual purification. So you do the 2. And when you make this your habit, when it becomes a habit, after any sin, you make wudu and you offer 2 rak'ahs and ask for forgiveness, I would say the shaitan may give up if you make it a habit. Why? Because the shaitan will understand that eventually, every time he tempts you to do something haram, it eventually becomes an opportunity for you to turn back to Allah and get closer to Allah. So that is the opposite of what the shaitan wants. And in the Quran, there are some people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described that the shaitan has no sabil on them. The devil has no authority on them. These are the people who always cling to Allah, who always turn to Allah. These are not perfect people who do not sin. These are people who are committed that if they sinned, they always turn back to Allah. And they are very sensitive. And they are alert and mindful. But if you keep sinning without breaking that cycle, you develop more heedlessness and more heedlessness. Till the shaitan have actually a strong authority on you, and the shaitan will be the one directing you. And could reach that level. So how can we break that cycle from the beginning? Make wudu, do 2 rak'at, ask Allah for forgiveness after you finish these 2 rak'at. You do these 2 rak'ahs for the intention that you're turning back immediately. You're turning back immediately. As we mentioned before, this is not something planned. It's not, okay, let me try this. I'll go and I commit a sin and then I'll feel sorry and then it's not planned. We're saying if this happened, then this should be your attitude. As I mentioned in Arabic, the shaitan will recognize that khalas, he has no authority because you understand how to deal with the problem of sinning. And this is what we have been stressing throughout this whole series in the last 10 days, how to deal with the problem of sinning. When you know how to deal with it, the shaitan cannot control you. I do not want to repeat all of these points. But again, this direct instruction from the Prophet ﷺ and this insight is important. As I mentioned in Arabic, the shaitan acts are always evil. Even if he tried to do something that apparently looks fine and good, but it's inherently for a bad reason. I mentioned this symbolic story about how the shaitan always have the evil plans. About a man who was lying down, and next to him was a wall that is about to fall. So the shaitan quickly woke him up, and then after the man moved a little bit away from that wall, it fell down. It could have killed him literally. So the man said, "Who are you through whom Allah saved me?" He said, "I am the devil." "The devil? How come you're saving me from this?" He said, "Because if that wall fall on you, you will die as a shaheed, as a martyr, and this will be a quick a ticket to Jannah, basically." So this is the problem. The shaitan's plan are always evil. So you need to know these tricks of the shaitan. He would try to tempt you into committing a sin so that you give up. Now you know his strategy. How to counter that strategy? If I committed a sin, I'll make wudu, offer 2 rak'ah, ask for forgiveness, and in this way, the shaitan will be the one giving up. Why? Because you're always depending on Allah. Do not say the shaitan defeated me. Say, Allah let me alone. Why would Allah let you alone when you do not turn back to Him? So the shaitan does not defeat you. You went away from Allah. That is why you were defeated. So if you committed a sin, that is not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean you're away from Allah. That could be a chance to turn back to Him, and He would welcome you and love you. As we mentioned, He's Al-Ghafur Al-Wadud. He's the all-forgiving, the all-loving. And we mentioned that in the previous sessions. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Wa jazakum Allahu khairan ajma'in.